Good evening, viewers. Welcome to today's news edition. First, the headlines. Winter session of Parliament begins with call for constructive debate. Prime Minister Narendra Modi urges parties to prioritize development, not confrontation. Meghalaya observes World AIDS Day. Government to launch 5-year mission to expand testing facilities. Tension erupts at Meghalaya village over MGNREGA foundation stone. Authorities rush to restore peace in Meghalaya-Assam border village. Local entrepreneurs shine at 6th Meghalaya Saras Ajivika Fair as handmade products take center stage. The news in detail. First, the local news. The Meghalaya AIDS Control Society observed World AIDS Day on Monday at the State Convention Centre. The program witnessed the participation of MLAs, government officials, health professionals, youth groups and others. Addressing the gathering, Health Minister Wailat Miki Shilla acknowledged the persistent rise in HIV cases in the state and announced that the government will launch a 5-year mission to expand testing facilities across the state, with an allocation of over Rs 25 crores for treatment and testing centres.
MCH and family welfare.
And I was one of the strategies where this so this included health.
Urge the people of the state to please to work together, to unite, and because this is not possible if you are only expecting from Max or from the government. So we have to work hand in hand for this, because a state is like a body. If one part is infected, then it's going to spread to the whole body.
Meghalaya Congress President Vincent Pala today alleged that the proposal to form a North-East Regional Front is essentially a strategy engineered by the BJP and the RSS. According to Pala, the initiative is aimed at keeping regional leaders and voters firmly within the NDA's fold. He also raised concerns over the increasing loans being taken by the state government, calling it a matter of serious worry. Pala further claimed that the people across the state are beginning to recognize the importance of the Congress, adding that several leaders are expected to join the party in the coming days.
Something significant this time because the election in Karos is around the corner, hopefully by April. So many of the people who were in the Congress left the Congress, and now they realize that Congress is the only party who's stable and who's fighting for the minority, who's fighting for the tribals. That's all I think they all come back to us. It's a good news for us, not only in Karo Hills, even here in Kasia, Gentia Hills also. Hopefully by New Year, many of them will be joining back this time.
Tension erupted in Meghalaya village along the Meghalaya-Assam border after some people from Assam allegedly painted over the MGNREGA foundation stone installed by the Meghalaya government. Meghalaya residents strongly opposed the act, leading to a clash that lasted from Sunday evening into Monday morning. Ribhoi Deputy Commissioner Abhilash Bharanwal informed that a magistrate and police personnel have been deployed to control the situation. He has also coordinated coordinated with the Deputy Commissioner of Kamrup District. A peace committee has been formed to address recurring tensions in the border area and ensure disputes are settled amicably.
Yesterday late night that some antisocial elements have blackened the MG Narega board for Maikuli Fishery Pond. We immediately dispatched magistrate yesterday to have a word with the people to show presence from the administration side. Simultaneously, as of now, we have already taken it up with the counterpart district administration to make sure that the culprits are brought to book. Those who are trying to bring or disturb the social harmony over there, they should be brought to book, and so that there is no untoward incident in the future as well.
The Hinyatrap Integrated Territorial Organization, or HITO, has strongly opposed Shri Cement Limited's proposed cement and power plant at Daistong East Jaintia Hills, calling it a threat to paddy fields, water sources and traditional livelihoods. The site, less than 1.5 km from the village and surrounded by fertile land, requires large amounts of local water, and emissions could damage crops and soil. HITO also questioned the single window agency chaired by the Chief Minister for approving the project without addressing environmental and livelihood concerns. The organization demanded the project's cancellation.
So we as an organization, we feel that development cannot be bulldozed through because it is politically convenient. Public trust cannot be undermined simply because a clearance comes stamped with high officer. When the livelihood of indigenous farmers and ecological balance of an entire regions are at stake,
residents of 5 villages under the Mountain Rung polling station in the Maushan Road Civil Subdivision acknowledged the government's effort to end years of difficulties due to poor connectivity by allocating funds to construct the much-needed road that connects these 5 villages. As a sign of gratitude, the 5 villages organized a special meeting at Lom Deng Song village to honor their local MLA, Methodius Dakhar, who is also the current Minister of State for Food, Civil Supplies and Consumer Affairs.
Sementara kesini, pada kini kisini, nakalian gojong pi kum kilong song sinong jong ka Mountain Rung, bacong kini kisinong di pamajan, ngangai pisung su biang baka jinglek jengaban, kersannya ke sarkar, kamdei nam ta ka jing metoi simen, nane kamdei ta nam ta ka jing set kela jong yano, ndai kadai nam ta bangin yo ya kini kijing pi kamperoi hapo ka konsiderasi.
Umkra village in Ribhoi district saw prompt action against illegal liquor transport on Saturday night when the local women's group blocked a vehicle suspected of carrying liquor. After being informed, the village defence party from Umkra and neighbouring villages along with the Sinjuk Kirang Bashnong inspected the vehicle and recovered 10 bags of country-made liquor. The seized liquor was publicly destroyed by burning in the presence of the women's group, VDPs and Sinjuk leaders to send a clear message against illegal and harmful activities in the region.
Bar ese kempu silak mah.
In Meghalaya, the spirit of entrepreneurship and rural craftsmanship is taking center stage as the 6th Meghalaya Saras Ajivika Fair 2025 unfolds, bringing together artisans, self-help group members and entrepreneurs from across the region and beyond. The fair aims to celebrate local talent while empowering communities through sustainable livelihoods. Here is a detailed report.
The audience through the fair.
Gini gijing thai nagi saiwal langta bak gigi sabon gibangi nahi kan nirang persiang mata ketika sen ke benengkong tinggi pak tip kan makan menyerap ne kanun ilak bentuknya yo kini dia
Participants from other states also joined the fair with the hope of successfully promoting their handmade products and boost sales and earnings.
So this will help all the artisans and all the didis who are usually work with this field, and they will get some recognitions from these products. And if these kind of products go around the state or around India, then they will get the recognition. They will get some livelihoods from generation also from this.
Addressing the gathering, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma said the SHG movement has become one of the most transformative initiatives in Meghalaya over the past 7 years.
The entire goal of the self-help group movement did not start with the target to have 55,000 groups. It did not start with the fact that we saw NRLM programs being not utilized properly. It did not start with the fact that we wanted to give 1,200 crores as financial disbursement to women's self-help groups. No, it did not start with that. The movement for self-help group involvement started with saving mothers' lives.
The Meghalaya Saras Ajivika Fair continues to serve as a major platform for local artisans, women's group and entrepreneurs to showcase their talent and strengthen rural livelihoods across the region. Bureau Report, DD News, Meghalaya.
The first Northeast India Organic Week, Come Buyers and Sellers Meet, concluded today at the Courtyard by Marriott, with Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma attending the closing ceremony. In his address, the Chief Minister reaffirmed that the government's policies and programs remain firmly focused on supporting farmers across Meghalaya and the entire region. Sangma further stated that the government is exploring more ways to boost agriculture, livestock development and extend wider support to farmers in diverse fields.
Farmers have been a very important part of our policy making. And I don't know how much the departments have shared with you of the different programs that we have done, the different mission mode programs we have done, how many farmers have been helped. When you talk of missions, starting from a ginger mission to a turmeric mission to a floriculture mission to mushroom mission to jackfruit mission to aroma mission, every single program.
And now let's take a look at the top story from the northeastern region. Nagaland celebrated its 63rd Statehood Day with leaders across the country extending their greetings. President Draupadi Murmu praised the state's rich culture, tribal diversity and natural beauty, while Prime Minister Narendra Modi highlighted the Naga culture rooted in service, courage and compassion and lauded the people's contributions to India's growth and cultural richness. In Nagaland, Chief Minister Nepiu Rio addressed the celebrations honouring the legacy of leaders who fought for the state's rights and identity. He welcomed the relaxation of the protected area permit regime during the Hornbill Festival and urged the centre to consider a permanent lift to boost tourism and support the state's growth. And now for the national news. The winter session of Parliament began on Monday with Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla expressing hope for active participation from all MPs and a productive, meaningful session. Ahead of the session, Prime Minister Narendra Modi urged political parties to avoid turning Parliament into a battleground for frustration or an arena for arrogance, stressing that the focus must remain on national development and democratic responsibility. He said the winter session is not just a formality but an opportunity to accelerate the nation's progress.
और मैं विश्वास भी देता हूं कि सभी इस सदन में बैठे हुए माननीय सदस्य ये उच्च सदन की गरिमा को संभालते हुए आपकी गरिमा की भी सदा सर्वदा चिंता करेंगे, मर्यादा रखेंगे, ये मैं आपको विश्वास दिलाता हूं।
The Indian Air Force evacuated 335 Indians stranded in Sri Lanka after Cyclone Ditwa flying them to Thiruvananthapuram under Operation Sagar Bandhu. 2 IAF aircrafts, which had earlier delivered relief materials, transported the stranded passengers from Colombo. Norca Routes arranged special buses for their onward travel from Thiruvananthapuram. Defence sources said Mi-17V helicopters and Guard Special Forces were also deployed for rescue efforts in Sri Lanka.
Go to him.
पूरी तरह फंसे थे और आज जब हमको एयरपोर्ट पर पता चला कि इंडियन एयरफोर्स हमें दिल्ली तक लिफ्ट कर रहा है तो हम खुशी से सामान्य रहते बहुत खुशी हुई और वी आर ऑल प्राउड ऑफ आवर इंडियन एयरफोर्स एंड इंडियन गवर्नमेंट.
And now let's take a look at the news from around the world. Sri Lanka's death toll from Cyclone Ditwa has climbed to 334, with 370 still missing. Floods and landslides continue to isolate several districts. President Anura Kumara Dissanayake said the state of emergency will speed up relief. Sri Lankan and Indian forces are conducting major rescues, including evacuations near Mavil Aru Tank and Kotmale, despite dangerous conditions. Emergency shelters are filling up, and authorities warn of more landslide risks as heavy rains continue. The priority remains locating the missing and restoring access to cut-off areas. And now some sports news. A cross-country run team Say No to Drugs was held today in observance of World AIDS Day. Organized by the NPP Yau Musiang unit, the event was inaugurated by Wahid Chnangmi Mintudu A. Pawa. The run saw participation from over 168 runners, commencing at Thalasken Lake and concluding at the Chudwaku Indoor Sports Hall. Winners received cash prizes along with 7 consolation prizes. Special cash prizes were also awarded to the oldest and youngest participants.
Amdong newan ki khap dikrong ha do opoi ha juslai. Ah. Dia accident sendal lah. Rajak.
And now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. Minimum temperature of 12 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature of 24 degrees Celsius were recorded. The relative humidity is 79%. Moving on to Shillong, 8 degrees Celsius of minimum temperature, 19 degrees Celsius of maximum temperature were recorded today. The relative humidity is 83%. Meanwhile, in Juwai, minimum temperature is 9 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature is 19 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 85%. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Juwai says cloudy sky, most likely to occur. Before winding up this news bulletin, let's take a quick glimpse at headlines once again. Winter session of Parliament begins with call for constructive debate. Prime Minister Narendra Modi urges parties to prioritise development, not confrontation. Meghalaya observes World AIDS Day. Government to launch 5-year mission to expand testing facilities. Tension erupts at Maikuli village over MGNREGA foundation stone. Authorities rush to restore peace in Meghalaya-Assam border village. And local entrepreneurs shine at 6th Meghalaya Saras Ajivika Fair as handmade products take centre stage. And with that, we have come to the end of today's news bulletin. Until tomorrow, thank you for watching. Good night.